My name is Natasha Williams, and I'll be speaking on the importance of co-ops and internships for today's college graduates. I'll start my speech now. The U.S. Department of Education estimates that 1.7 million students will graduate in 2011, and of these 1.7 million, 36% will be non-traditional students. By non-traditional, I mean older students, students with families, and most of these students they already have work experience, up to 10 years of work experience. Even though it's in a different field, whatnot, it still looks better when you see this person with all this work experience as opposed to this college graduate who only has volunteer experience. So what can we do as traditional graduate students to compete with the non-traditional graduate students who have all of this experience? One thing that's offered is co-ops and internships. Getting a degree now, more so than ever, does not guarantee that you'll get a job. It used to be that your GPA determined whether you got a job as opposed to someone who had a lower GPA. Now it's not like that. Entry-level jobs are now requiring experience. So you'll see that the unemployment rate, especially with the recession, the unemployment rate for recent college graduates have been up to 14%. And you really don't want to be in that 14%. You want to sell yourself, and the way to sell yourself if you are a college student is to get some experience. And internships and co-ops allow you this experience. It puts you on an equal playing field with your older counterparts or your older students. And if you just look around, you do see that there are older students in your class. Even a simple math class is all the students are not just these 18 or 20-year-old students. These are students who have full-time jobs who are working now, and you may seem like, oh, I'm not doing anything, but you may think you'll be on the same playing field as these students. You really won't, because they'll have much more experience for you, or much more experience than you. And when an employer looks at that, at any given day, I will take experience over GPA, because you can do plenty of assignments, or you can do great in school, but if you don't have any work experience, it just looks better to have work experience, definitely. Internships and co-ops, you may wonder what's the difference. Internships usually are unpaid. They can be full-time, they can be part-time. They're usually done over the summer. You can do them during a semester, but it's usually you're not dedicated to one particular employer, as opposed to a co-op. When you're doing a co-op, you're actually signing a contract. You're going to be with this company for every other semester, and it will extend a 4-year degree out to 5-year degree. But these job opportunities are full-time, and you do get paid on a price range as someone else who is just entry level. And it of course allows you experience for any particular job concentration that you were curious about, or maybe you just wanted to test out the waters. Both opportunities, they allow you the experience to network, and that's something important too, because a lot of college students, they don't focus on networking. They just really focus on their GPA, but college is a lot more. You need to have this work experience, especially now that we're in a recession. Sorry. You need to have this work experience. You need to have you need to be a well-rounded student. You can't just have these great grades. You have to be well-rounded. You have to volunteer. You have to do internships or co-ops. You just need to put yourself on a playing field with your non-traditional counterparts. Up to 80% of recent graduates, if a company is hiring graduates, up to 80% of these graduates have co-op experience or have internship experience. So if that's not a reason for you to actually go and do a co-op or go and just sit in for information session for an internship, I don't know what is. Many times when you have internships, you're in a co-op, you're doing a co-op, these companies remember you, especially if you did a good job. So when you're doing your interviews and trying to figure out, oh, where am I going to go after I graduate, it's more than likely going to be a company that you did a co-op or internship with, or someone that I guess you were networking with and you knew somebody who knew somebody. So you just have to, as I said before, you have to focus on being a more well-rounded student, and internships and co-ops definitely help you do this. So why would I do a co-op or internship despite all of the previous information that I gave you? You know, students are, again, as I stated, students are older, students are, they're more experienced than your counterparts. You need to figure out a way to get an edge on the job market, and co-ops and internships allow you to have this edge. You, as I stated before, and I'll say over and over again, college is not about your GPA now. It's about how can I compete with these students who are coming back to class because they can't find work in their job field. At the end of the day, if you have a 3.4 GPA and you have no experience, and somebody else has a 3.4 GPA and they have 10 years experience, be it in a completely different field, they're going to get the job over you. And that is just as simple as fact. It's just a common sense thing. You have to have this experience, especially when you're going into fields like civil engineering. Because me, myself, I'm a civil engineering major. I see a lot of older people in my class, and a lot of these people are working full-time, and these people are actually working in my field. And the only way I can get up to par with them, is to do a co-op or do a internship, because I need this experience. Not only that, it gives you a chance to test drive your career. You wouldn't pay, it's just amazing to me that people would pay 4 years or 5 years, however many years it is taking you to finish your degree, 4 years worth of tuition, and you wouldn't once decide, oh, I need to see if I actually like this career. I'm going to pay you 4 years straight out, and I'm just going to give you my money. I'm not going to test drive this. Again, with my major, we have concentrations, so it doesn't make sense to me for somebody, anyone, to pick a concentration and they don't know anything about this concentration. Like, why wouldn't you test out the water, see what you like, and at the same time get experience so you're up to par, or you're at least almost on the same footing as these older, mature students that do have the job experience. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that when you graduate with this 4-year, this 5-year degree, no matter what your GPA is, you have experience, you have something that's going to make you stand out among your peers, be they older or younger. You need to make yourself marketable, and that's what co-ops and internships do. So you have the information. Definitely I recommend checking out career services at SPSU. If you're looking at this and you don't go to SPSU, just get in contact with your career services, because they do have orientations for co-ops and internships, and you'll just find out a lot of information. At the same time, I can't stress how important a co-op is, important an internship is. I think they're very important, especially if you're trying to get a degree such as engineering, where it's no guarantee that you will really like what you've decided on. So with that said, I thank you for your time, and you enjoy the rest of your day.